Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a little review for you of this boot right here, which is the Mercurial Vapor 15 Elites. So in the Academy range, in the Nike range, I should say, there's three tiers. So there's the Academy tier, there's the Pro tier, and then there's the Elite tier. The Elite tier is what you see the professionals wearing on screen, and obviously in big games. So yeah, the Nike Mercurial Vapor Elite. So the Mercurial, obviously an iconic line of boots. I believe it came out in 1997. And yeah, this is the 15th iteration of the Vapor. So the Vapor was the original Mercurial. Well, not the original Mercurial, but one of the early Mercurials. And yes, obviously since then we've had the Superfly back in 2010, I want to say, with the Superfly, and then the Superfly 2 and 3 were very stiff, but then but I digress. So this is the Vapor, and it features a Vaporposit Plus upper. So the previous generation had the Vaporposit upper. This is an evolution of that, and the upper itself, it's a perfect blend of structure whilst also being pliable. And if you put your hand in it, you can feel the liner, which has a little bit of just the slightest amount of cushioning to it. So it's not as barefoot as some of other speed boots, but it is still obviously a very nice barefoot touch on the ball. And yeah, you've got reinforcement in some areas of the boot within the liner, which add a bit of structure. So the boot itself is pretty structured. It's probably one of, if not the most responsive boots on the market at the minute. And it's a one-piece upper construction, which is very common nowadays. Most boots have this design, although it does seem as though some brands are moving away from it, most notably with the Adidas Predator, the current gen, with the lacing system. But yeah, obviously white knit gets a bit dirty, but I've not worn these that many times. But I try and keep them clean, just wash them actually. But yeah, so what is the staple technology in this generation of Mercurial? Well, that's the Air Zoom technology. So I don't know if you can see the branding just here, Air Zoom, just written here, and also you can see it on the sole plate because that's where it features. So it's basically this pocket which is beneath the insole of the boot, just on top of the sole plate, which spans the entire front part of the entire forefoot and a bit of the midfoot. And it's Air Zoom technology, for those of you that don't know, is a Nike proprietary technology, which is basically a pocket of air which is in under pressure in a you can say a bag, and it's actually what it does provide is comfort in this shoe. So yeah, you have a degree of comfort, but Nike touts it as a performance enhancing feature to improve your responsiveness, but in reality you don't really feel that. But yeah, moving on to the sole plate of this boot, it is a Mercurial, so it's fairly narrow in the midfoot. In terms of the structure to it, it's quite stiff, but you would expect that from a speed boot in 2024. But it isn't as stiff as some other speed boots, like the X Crazy Fast is a stiffer sole plate. And then the stud layout is they veered away from what Nike had been doing with the Mercurial stud pattern, and this generation doesn't feature chevron studs. Instead, it has this free-edged bladed stud, and yeah, provides really good traction, good on slightly softer pitches also, and the length of the stud is slightly above average, but it's a firm ground. This is a firm ground stud pattern. So yeah, it's a technologically advanced boot in the sense that the upper is a mesh-based upper with reinforcement, which is probably definitely not the standout feature of the boot, but there's the air zoom technology implementation in the forefoot, which is a standout feature. But obviously, because this is a technology we have seen in the past from Nike, although this is a very impactful boot in terms of it, air zoom's never been implemented in this way, so it definitely stands out. But because you can't say it's a revolution technology wise, because it has been featured in the past. I think the heel, some people don't like the design of the heel area with the air branding. I don't mind it. I think it looks quite nice in this shape. And then I do really like the Mercurial accent on the heel. In this colorway, and many of the colorways, Nike have the big swoosh, which is iconic for the Mercurial series. This large swoosh, and then the one on the medial side I think looks good. The boot does feature Flyknit as the material for the lacing port system, for the tongue I should say. And then the heel line is very nice. It's a suede material, and you have quite a deep fit in the heel, so just the general fit of this boot is very good. It is a bit less narrow than many previous Mercurial, so it's a bit of like, I've heard this being touted as the everyman's Mercurial, so they try to make it obviously more accessible to more foot types, which my foot is medium to narrow, so I fit in most other Mercurials, but I can see why people could appreciate this, and for me it fit me very well, and I didn't have any issues with the fit. Nice lockdown in the heel with this material in the heel line, and a deep fit. And then I like the fit in the toe box, not too low. And then yeah, just not much as it is. It still fits like a Mercurial. I'll give it that. So there's not much, hardly any dead space anywhere in the boot. So it's like a glove-like fit, which I very much appreciate. And obviously with the laces tied down, there's hardly any rollover from the upper. So it's a very responsive boot, as you'd expect, and just the unique aspect is the underfoot cushioning. So that's very important to reiterate. I'll just show you both boots next to each other. So that's what they look like from the top. So plate, you're not going to be seeing that when you're wearing them, but it is nice to see. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to my review of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 15 Elite. If you do have any questions, do leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be sure to get an answer out to you. And yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please post a like, and I'll see you next time.